Alright, let's do this. 6.EE.4 learning target. I can identify equivalent expressions by evaluation. A lot of E words. Equivalent, expressions, evaluation. E is a good letter. Okay. Vocabulary word, evaluate. It means to find the value of. It basically means figure out how much it equals. So if you have to evaluate an expression, just figure out how much it equals. So, let's go with our notes. To determine if two expressions are equal or equivalent, number one, choose a small value for the variables. If there's just one variable, then choose a small value for the variable. Don't use 0. It's unique, so sometimes that'll give you strange results. Use 2 or 3, something like that, or a number that works easily. Next, evaluate each expression. Thirdly, if you get the same value, they are probably equal. So here's an example. Are 2x plus 2 and 2, okay, I said it wrong. Are 2 times the quantity x plus 2 and 2x plus 2 equivalent expressions? So let's follow our steps. I'm going to put in a 3. I'm going to say let x equal 3. So wherever there's an x, I'm going to put a 3. So does 2 times 3 plus 2, is that equal to 2 times 3 plus 2? So first expression, do the parentheses first. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Does that equal 2 times 3 is 6? 6 plus 2 is 8. No, they are not equal. Correct answer is no. Alright, so that's the idea today. We can tell if expressions are equivalent, usually, if we choose a value for the variable and try them both out. Here are some extra examples which you do not need to put in your notes, just pay attention to them. Consider the expressions t over 2 and 2 divided by t. Evaluate each expression for t equal to 2. What can you say about the expressions and results? Alright. Well, I'm kind of suspicious of this one, so let's go ahead and do that. Evaluate each expression for t equals 2. So t over 2, let's put in a 2 where the t is. So 2 over 2, that would equal 1 whole. Now if we put in 2 into the second expression, 2 divided by t would equal 2 divided by 2, which also equals 1 whole. So that makes it appear that the expressions are equal since we've got the same result. So let's see what they say. Let's look at the different answers. The expressions are equivalent, but the answers are different when t equals 2. That is not true. The answers are the same. Alright, next one. The expressions are equivalent, also the answers are the same when t equals 2. Well, how do we know if the expressions are equivalent? Let's look at the next one. The expressions are not equivalent, but the answers are the same when t equals 2. Well, and the last choice is the expressions are not equivalent, also the answers are different when t equals 2. So that's not it, because the answers were the same when t equals 2. So how are we going to decide if these things really are equivalent or not? So I think I want to try another value. I'm going to try 4. So let's try, I'm going to hopefully have room for them here. So I've got t over 2 and 2 divided by t. I'm going to try 4 in both of those. So in this first one, if I put a 4 where the t is, 4 divided by 2, that equals 2. In the second one, 2 divided by 4, that equals 0.5. Not the same. So they're not equal. So why did the first attempt give us equivalent expressions. Why did this equal this? It's because we used the same number. We used the same number that was in the expression, so that's something to be careful of. So if you've got all 2's, don't choose 2 for your number to check. Try something else. It's because 2 divided by 2 is the same as 2 divided by 2. See what I'm saying? So when you tried a different number, you found out they're not equivalent. So the expressions are not equivalent, but the answers are the same. That's this one. Tricky. Okay. Next example. Select all the statements that explain why 1/3 k and k divided by 3 both equal 9 when k equals 27. Okay, so yes, they would both equal 9 when k equals 27. So let's look at the first possible answer. They both equal 9 because multiplication and division are the same. Well, multiplication and division are not the same. They're similar. So I would say no. Let's check the next one. Multiplication by a unit fraction is the same as division by the denominator. So what they're saying is if I multiply by 1/2, it's the same as dividing by 2. That's true. Also, multiplying by 1/3 is the same as dividing by 3. Okay, so that is true. Let's look at the next one. They both equal 9 because 1/3 of a number is the same as multiplying it by 3. 1/3 of a number makes it smaller. Multiplying by 3 makes it bigger. No, not right. Not even close. I'm not falling for it. Okay, the last one. They both equal 9 because 1/3 of a number is the same as dividing it into 3 equal parts. Word, that one's true. Absolutely true. Okay, so you got to read these types of problems especially. You got to read carefully. All right, so quick check. Are 3m plus 8 and 3 times m plus 1 plus 5 equivalent expressions? So I'm going to suggest that you choose a value for m that is not equal to one of the numbers in the expression and not equal to 0 or 1. I would suggest using 2. Put 2 in that one. Well, put 2 in both of them. Put 2 where the m is here and 2 where the m is here, and see if they're both the same value. Good luck. See you soon.